And this year, it's at Kittrell School. That same day, the Greenway Arts Festival at the Old Fort Park, right here in town. 10 until 4, Saturday, September 21st. Don't miss the Greenway Arts Festival at the Old Fort Park. It's a week away. Oh, don't throw away Old Glory. Bring your tattered American flag to WGNS and let the girls from BSA Troop 2019 at Trinity United Methodist Church retire it with dignity. Plus, we also recycle Bibles. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Rutherford Issues on News Radio WGNS.
Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Their charitable foundation is called Sharing Change, and it's funded by members who round up their electric bills to the nearest dollar each month as a donation and support hundreds of nonprofits. Find out more at sharingchange.org. It is time for us to talk about the Heart of Tennessee chapter of the American Red Cross. Executive Director John Mitchell joining us here in studio this morning. And, gosh, I guess we've got to put you on staff now, John. You've been here so long.
Wow, I can't believe you said that. I was going to see when the pay stubs were coming out. So, no, that's good stuff. You guys are good people, and this is the second time I'm on this morning. I was with Scott, and so I appreciate y'all giving us this opportunity multiple times throughout the month.
Well, when we talk about anything dealing with money, those pay stubs are usually pink and have zeros on them.
Oh,
so
okay,
just so
okay.
you know.
Well, I'll just come in and have fun with you and talk a little bit about the Red Cross and blood drives and volunteerism, and we'll keep it at that.
Got a lot to touch on. I did want to thank you and Nancy for having me out for your volunteer meeting that you have. How often do you have those meetings?
Yeah, we have a once a month. We call it an all-volunteer meeting, so we've got volunteers serving in a lot of different capacities, roles with the Red Cross. But once a month, we get together, just have some social time, have someone like yourself that can bring a real interesting component or something that's somewhat related to the Red Cross to rally around for that day. And then kind of do a little check-in. And I guess I'm kind of dancing around the reality of it is there's a Red Cross family. And so when you're serving with the Red Cross, you're part of a family that likes to work together and likes to, sit down and have some coffee or have some snacks and just learn a little more about how they can help people and support each other.
Well, it seems like a pretty tight-knit group, and, you've got folks coming in from all over Middle Tennessee, and some of them who don't make the drive from Murfreesboro, I think, joined by Zoom, and just so they can be a part of that community.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't mention that all the time, that, with a lot of our meetings, we keep a Zoom, we call it a Teams meeting. It's a virtual option. Mm-hmm. So, we serve 10 counties, and so we have to respect people's time, and so when we're gathering, giving them information, they can serve locally and respond locally to a house fire in their county, but to keep everybody updated, we'll provide updates and meetings, and we'll provide Zoom or virtual options as much as we can.
Well, I know we're going to talk about an event that's kind of related to fire in just a moment, but when you said that, it reminded me that we're coming up on that season when in the fall people start to crank up their heat for the first time, and fall and winter, unfortunately, is a time when fires are greater.
That is true. The statistics back that up, and so what we like to do is not only be reactive and help those that are going through a home fire and give them their next steps and a little bit of hope and comfort when that happens. We really like the opportunity to be proactive and do what we call a sound the alarm, save a life event, which is really us getting together with the community and asking volunteers to come out. And this is a great first time exposure to the Red Cross. If you want to do this, we will be doing a Homes Made Safer, sound the alarm, save a life event, October the 11th and 12th. That's a Friday and Saturday. And in a nutshell, what we're going to do, Brian, is get together in teams. We'll put out some information in a community close to the Experience Church and let them know that we'll be coming by on these dates, and we're going to knock on your door. We're going to provide you information about home fire, just to kind of keep that current in the mind. Like you say, when that time is coming around, just a few steps you can make on space heaters or how you cook can help you prepare and keep that from happening. But the biggest thing is if we identify that you need smoke alarms, we have smoke alarms right there with the installation kit, little step ladders, all that kind of stuff that we can just go in and put up to 5 to 6 smoke alarms in your house to make sure that you get that attention, or that you get woken up, if that does happen. It's free. It's part of the Tennessee Fire Marshals program. The Red Cross does it. Your firefighters do it. But this is a great time for us to engage people that want to come help somebody make sure their home is prepared when it comes to home fire safety.
There's really no need for you to not have them, just because, I mean, fire alarms, smoke detectors are so prevalent now, and there are so many groups. I know Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue, they'll come put them in. Rutherford County Fire Department, what you do with the Red Cross. I mean, there's really no reason not to have smoke detectors in your home.
Absolutely. That can't be stated any stronger. So if you feel like you would like for us to come out, or if you want to call your local fire department and you could call Red Cross. You can call or text my cell number, which is 615-651-3405. Don't have the graphic here, but there's a QR code. People can just click on that and it'll take you to a site and sign you up. It's a national site, but it comes back to us. So if you ever see a flyer, you can click on that code. You could probably go 1-800-RED-CROSS, redcross.org, and say that you're looking for a Homes Made Safer presentation, fire alarm install. We'll get that notification. We'll come out and do that for you. But to that point, I say we, and we could be you, in the sense that I want to invite the community to come out and learn what we do on October the 11th or the 12th. That's a Friday and Saturday. If you're interested in helping us with that smoke alarm install, this is a good opportunity for you to come into the Red Cross without going through all the, sign-ups on the internet. You could just come in that day, fill out a quick form, and we'll show you what to do and get you with a group. Once again, you can text my cell number at 615-651-3405, or come by our chapter office, 501 Memorial Boulevard here in Murfreesboro.
John Mitchell with us with the Heart of Tennessee chapter of the American Red Cross. He's the executive director, and the volunteering part of that, John, maybe you have a passion to make sure that every home in Rutherford County has a smoke detector. So maybe that's how you volunteer with the Red Cross. I mean, there are numerous ways to do that.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, today at 1 o'clock, we'll be doing a Pedro presentation at Barfield Elementary School, and that's where some Red Cross volunteers are trained up through this fabulous age-appropriate program to teach, kids in K through 3 how to be prepared at their level. So we want to start early, but, if you have affinity for, wanting to talk to kids and to get them to think about preparedness at an early age, that's a great program. If you want to get more involved and respond to the fires themselves, you can become a disaster action team member. Or you could, there's volunteer opportunities where you never leave the home and you just help facilitate casework from your house. And another big need is biomed ambassadors. Mm-hmm. That's somebody that sits in front of a blood drive and helps those that are coming in get acquainted with their schedule and get them checked in. It's hard for me not to get by without mentioning I'm wearing the blood drive shirt. I did give blood at the blood battle that just occurred this week on MTSU's campus.
You have the right color on. I just want everybody to know.
I had the right color on. I was wearing a blue Go Raider shirt, and then after I gave blood, I got to walk out with this brand new MTSU blood drive shirts. So special thanks to Ray Wiley with the Recreation Department. Diane Turnham continues to do so much good for the community, and she doesn't get mentioned enough. But just the whole family at MTSU for giving us space in the rec center. Here's what it equated to. 485 total donors, 405 units collected of blood, 170 first-time donors. That's huge. That gives us the ability to, get some people thinking about doing this on a reoccurring basis. And ultimately, through that process, 1,146 potential lives were saved just by providing that life-saving blood on the blood drive. And we can't get off the air without mentioning that we're bringing the trophy back.
All right, that's what I was going to ask you. It was on the tip of my tongue.
MTSU edged out. I didn't write down that specific number. I can share that with you later. But they will bring the trophy back, and during the WKU MTSU game, there will be a presentation that at least on the blood battle, we beat WKU. Now we need to do it on the football field.
I feel good about it. Usually, you win the blood battle, you win the 100 miles of hate battle too. So,
yeah.
That's good. So, and you said edged out. I'm sure that by the time the story is told, we beat them into the ground on the blood battle. So
yeah. Well, I do know that it was fairly close 2 days in, and then like I said, it's got away from me what the final. But yeah, we crushed them. How about that?
Yeah,
we
crushed
them.
Crushed. Yeah. I'm digging that shirt. So I mean, if you're listening now and thinking this has become an annual event, so next year, make sure that you give during this event. And it's really cool to see the students and, you mentioned Diane and others on campus that really get those students in and involved in that event. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And, if you're not a student and you say, well, why would I go on MTSU's campus when there's a logistical issue with parking? Well, hey, I felt like a VIP. I drove up to the rec center. I told them I was there to give blood. They opened up one of those little barriers, and I went in and parked for free. So, I mean, just to be able to get VIP parking on MTSU's campus is special. There's another one coming up at the ROTC building October the 8th from 9:30 to 3:30. So look for your opportunity to give blood, whether it's at MTSU, our donation center at 501 Memorial Boulevard, or various churches or schools that are hosting blood drives.
I hear Bart talking about, the blood drives, and especially the ones that take place at the office there on Memorial Boulevard. But where is the best place for us to go look to see where the a blood drive is located? I'm sure it's on your website somewhere.
It is. You can go to redcross.org. But what I'd really challenge everybody to do is to get out their phone, and whether it's the Play Store or your Google App Store or your, if you have whichever phone you have, whichever vehicle it is that you download your apps, download the Red Cross Blood Donor app. It's an award-winning app. You can look up where the blood drives are happening that day. Not only can you look up where the blood drives, it creates an account for you, and you receive information about when you're supposed to give next. If you ever go do a blood drive, there's a process where you do a little questionnaire. You could do what they call a rapid pass. You do it on your phone. It saves time for both sides. The really neat thing is it'll track where your blood, the donation that you gave, where it's going to help.
That's awesome.
And that's really cool that you can feel like I gave what they called Power Red that day, which has an element of plasma. And the phlebotomist told me that day, so what you're doing today is going to be helpful for somebody that may go through a trauma incident right away here in the next few days.
So in the Apple App Store or Google Play, check out the Red Cross Blood app and download that. John Mitchell has been our guest today from the Heart of Tennessee chapter of the American Red Cross. Hope you have a great day, everybody.
This is Lenny Farmer with Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home. Did you know